Today we're going to be talking about how different types of athletes can increase their stamina. We're going to talk about exactly how sprinting and long distance athletes can increase their stamina and workouts for each type of athlete. Now let's talk about if you're a sprinting type conditioned athlete. So like a football player, maybe like a 100-meter track runner, anything where you have to explode and exert all out effort and then you have some rest time and then you got to do it again. So I'm going to use football as an example because that's what I know best. So let's say the play snapped, you're a wide receiver, you're running like a post route, for example, right? Or a slant route. You got to explode and go as hard as you can on each rep, then in between each play you have some time to relax and then you go again. You want to get in that type of stamina or that type of conditioning, that type of cardio to prepare you for your season. So how do you actually do that? By running and doing sprint type training. As a sprinting athlete, you should not be jogging miles around a track. That might get you in good long distance cardio shape, and we'll talk about that in a second, but you need to be actually running sprints and giving yourself rest time to get in shape for your specific sport. There's a reason why long distance runners don't run the 100-meter and don't train the 100-meter, and there's a reason why football players or sprinting type athletes should not be running long distances. So make sure you're adding some type of sprint training, and we'll give you examples of that as this video goes on. Now, if you're an athlete and you want some of the best tasting protein out there, check out that very first link in the description below where AG Labs just dropped 4 new protein powder flavors. We just came out with our cookies and cream protein powder, chocolate peanut butter brownie, cinnamon snickerdoodle flavor, and we came out with our salted caramel frappuccino flavor. So guys, if you want a 25% off discount on some of the best tasting protein out there, check out that very first link in the description below. Go to checkout and use the code FIRST25, FIRST25 for 25% off the best tasting protein powder that is out there with 4 new flavors that we just dropped. Now let's talk about if you are a distance runner or a long form conditioning type athlete. How should you train? How should you get in shape? And that's going to be from actually training for long distances. So like let's say you're a soccer player, let's say you're a basketball player, let's say maybe for example you're a boxer, right? Now some of those sports you do have to explode and there are times where you exert all out effort, but more often than not you're keeping a constant pace, especially in soccer, right? Or especially in basketball, you're constantly jogging back and forth. So that's how you got to train. You guys would get benefit out of going to a track and running miles at a time, like 2 miles, 3 miles, and getting in that type of long form cardiovascular shape rather than training and running sprints. Now this is going to be a great conditioning test for you sprinting type athletes. So I'm talking football players, I'm talking athletes like maybe 100-meter or 200-meter track runners to see if you guys are in good enough sprinting shape. So what you're going to do is you need like anywhere from like a 50-yard field or a 100-yard full-size football field, but we are going to be doing 12 50-yard sprints. Now the catch behind that is that you have to complete each one of those 50-yard sprints within 7.5 seconds. So 7.5 seconds for each one. So you're going to run 50, it's got to be under 7.5. Then you're going to take 30 to 60 seconds rest and you're going to do it again. So this is a great way for football players to see if you are in football shape because again, remember football players, sprinters, you give all out effort, you get some time to recover, and then you have to be able to do it again. So this is a great test of your conditioning. Now this next workout is going to be a great test of conditioning for you longer distance type athletes. You're going to get out to a full-size football field that's 100 yards, and you're going to be doing a 200-yard shuttle. So you're going to run 100 yards down and then 100 yards back, and you have to complete that within 30 seconds, you guys. So down and back within 30 seconds. So if you have, let's say, a 12-second pace on the way down and then a 15-second pace on the way back, that's 27 seconds, and you are good to go. Now for rest in between each one of those, and we're going to do 5 200-yard shuttles. For rest, you're going to walk 100 yards. So you can go as slow as you want, but you're going to walk back 100 yards. As soon as you get to that 100-yard mark, you're going to flip it around and perform the shuttle again.